GLH means great-looking hair. Just spray GLH on and it instantly covers your bald spot, leaving you with great-looking hair. And ladies with thinning hair or bald spot, GLH solves the problem instantly. GLH is not a paint or a cover-up. It's an amazing powder that clings to the tiniest hairs on your head. It actually builds on itself, leaving you with great-looking hair. And the GLH hair system is not expensive.
Wow. That's incredible. This is the first time I've ever used this product. I saw it on the infomercials, and I was skeptical at first, but it works.
I'll tell you what, I can't believe it. You know, I've seen the commercial, and I just couldn't believe it. And it really looks great. My wife's got herself a new guy now, and I'll tell you, I'm really impressed.
That's incredible. I've been getting harassing for being bald. I'm only a young man. No more dates without being called old man, but the babes are back.
I would definitely, as a matter of fact, I want to order 1 year's supply of this.
And GLH is not just for men.
Unbelievable. Wow. I never dreamed that I'd look like this.
Applying GLH to yourself is so easy. Just spray on while holding a small hand mirror in front with a larger mirror behind you. Then brush after using the finishing shield and you're done. And with GLH, there's no problem with rain or when working out.
It's a phenomenal product. I highly recommend it. The club saved a lot of money.
GLH es muy bueno y es increíble.
Oh, I started using GLH about 4 months ago after my barber told me I'd never grow any more hair. Hey, Emmett, look at me now, a full head of hair.
Order GLH now for only $39.92 and get the $15 trim comb free. Or send $39.92 plus S&H to Ronco, Box 4057, Beverly Hills, California.
I'd like to talk to you about some things that you ought to be laughing at. I'm having chest pain. I'm falling and I can't get out. I'm having chest pain. I'm falling and I can't get out. We're sorry. I'm having a heart attack. Heart attack. Heart attack. I'm having chest pain. I'm having a heart attack. Heart attack. Heart attack. And I can't get out. And I've eaten ice cream and apple pie, and I take my medicine. I do get high. I was scared to death, but I wasn't afraid to die. Come on, loosen up until help arrives. Help is on the way. I need help, need help. Help is on the way. I needed help. Are you okay? Help! I'm falling and I can't get up. I can't get out. I'm calling paramedics. I'm calling paramedics.
It took 8 hours for Life Alert to find me.
Life Alert saved a woman's life. Most likely.
Other eye takes me where I wanna go, where I wanna go, where I wanna go. Other eye takes me where I wanna go. Where will it set me?
I'm having chest pain. I'm falling and I can't get out. I'm having chest pain. I'm falling and I can't get out. There's no application form. There's no application form. There's no application for free information. There's no application for heart attack. A heart attack. A heart attack. A heart attack. I'm having chest pain. I'm having a heart attack. A heart attack. A heart attack. And I can't get out. I'm having chest pain.
Batteries last up to 10 minutes and need to be charged.
Got the hot drive, a modulator, and the 2-day uneven flow. Inside the time space continuator, there's a flux mount that's set to go. This thing is fertile. plug the main out into the AC. I've got the steam pre to heat it up. If there's a dropout inside the timepiece in the jam scene, we lock it up. I've been building it, planning it, dreaming it, planning it, jamming it, I'm jamming it. And if I pull a switch and nothing hits, I'll do it all again. Right now, I give everything I've got. Journey again, no doubt. I believe in everything you are. Journey again today. In the undergrid, we're getting shaky. The excitement is in the air.
Hey everyone, good morning. Happy 420. I forgot it was 420 until I saw people saying that in the chat. Hopefully you guys aren't like eating Doritos already and are somewhat coherent, because we have a great show planned for you today. I have a confession to make. I have never in my life smoked a doobie, even though I live in Humboldt County, California, which is kind of the weed capital of the world. But I must confess, I do like the benefits from CBD. And so I've been taking CBD for a while, because when you get old, it really helps your joints and inflammation. So I took a CBD capsule this morning, and I chased it with some hot liquid, which I don't recommend because it'll burn through that capsule coating, and then you get this weird taste in your belly. So I kind of took this capsule, and about 5 minutes later, I felt like this orange rush, kind of a citrusy rush in my tummy. So if I start blabbering incoherently, you guys can blame the CBD capsule that I took. So anyways, we got some great guests here today. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you had a good Easter weekend. We did, pretty mellow. And we've got 3 guests on today, and we're going to talk about what they're up to. We've got ERIK from the dreaded Dinosaur Man. He's also working on CROMNIVERSE and some other projects. We've got the effervescent Pops Van Zandt, who never needed to use great looking hair. I'm sure that's the case. And we also have our good friend Anthony from Darkgift Comics. And we've never had ERIK on our show before, but we have had Pops on. And obviously Anthony has co-hosted with me from time to time. And we do have Oliver in the chat. I have not smoked. No, believe it or not, I have never tucked up on a bowl. I have been in a lot of head shops. Back in the day when I was a youngster, I would go into head shops just to buy comic books. That's how I got introduced to underground comic books like Fat Freddy's Cat and Robert Crumb, John Pound. So anyways, we have Oliver. He just chimed in. I do have his cryptidnals that I'm going to be unboxing later on the show. So don't let me forget, because I have it here, and I promised everybody that I was going to unbox this. But it's a hefty package. There's a lot of goodies. I've seen people kind of talk about it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our with our guests here. I did try to play everybody's comments in the intros. So thank you everybody for joining. I just want to get right into the show, and to remind you, at the end of the show, we have the Quacky Quiz. We've got like at least 4 different gifts that you can win today, free giveaways. Some of them are physical, some of them are digital, and you have to answer the trivia question in order to get the prize. So stick around, and at the end of the show, we've got some pretty cool things from Abominable Grizzly. Anthony's going to give away a digital copy of Lightbringer, and ERIK, out of the graciousness of his heart, said he will give away a digital sketch by himself. And I don't know if it's of a character of his choosing or yours, but we can definitely talk to him about that. So let's bring in the guys. So, Eric, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am better than I deserve.
All right. Good to see you, man. Let's go ahead and get Pops in here. Hey, Pops.
What's up? Thanks
What's
for
up,
having
buddy?
us. How you
Thank
doing?
you.
Thanks for having
It's
us.
good to be here.
And I did
Anthony.
not know you were a underground. You found your underground comics the same way I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I would go in there, and then that was where I found the Freak Brothers and everything, and with Beds and Heads. There was a whole bunch of them back in the day. It was great.
Heavy metal.
And this guy.
Dope comics. Yeah. Anthony.
What's going on?
Hey, look at that voice. That deep, raspy voice. He's got such a cool voice. Anyways,
he's really white.
Don, don't feel bad about not smoking. If you do CBD, then you're an honorary brother in arms.
I take gummies every night, man. They help me sleep, and they're quite delicious, actually. I like
you're definitely a brother in arms, brother. You're definitely a brother in arms.
And it helps, it helps my wife with anxiety, and I think there's a lot of good stuff in that. So
I ain't gonna act like I didn't wake up and say it's 420 all day.
Now, Anthony, I know you kind of do a stream where you kind of light up. Are you doing something tonight or?
Well, I have to work tonight, of course, on the one Wednesday that I'm usually off Wednesdays. The one Wednesday I have to work is 420. So I moved it up. So as soon as we're done here, I'm going over to my stream and we're going to do Toke Time Chat and Chill at 1:00.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then and then it's off to work. I'll be nice and baked bartending. It'll be good.
That's hot.
What's up, everybody over there? There's a bunch of people in that chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I see Amanda B. Danny's here. He's a big Headshot fan. ZANT Comics. This is good stuff.
Danny. This is the good Danny.
This is a good Danny, not F Danny. We welcome you, Danny. Nicholas is here. Thank you. Apex.
Mrs. G.
Oliver. Yeah. So why don't we talk about? Well, let's see. Who wants to go first? We can talk about CROMNIVERSE or Darkgift. I wanted to give Eric kind of some time to talk about his website, but
start with Eric, man. I get to come in a lot. This is Eric's first time. Let's pop his cherry like the right way.
All right. So Eric, let me. I think you sent me a link to your webtoons, and
yes,
I put ERIK HODSON in the .com in the description, so I think you can go there as well and get some cool links. So let me pull up your site real quick, that one that you sent me the link for, and we will check it out. So Eric, you're hailing from Michigan, correct?
Yeah. An unfortunate series of events led me to be put down roots and permanent residency here. So now I'm just looking forward to that day I can officially retire, take my wife to somewhere where there's a beach, and never see winter again.
Well, I've heard your name mentioned in the last, couple of years that I've been involved in Comicsgate, and I know that you kind of, you're a jack of all trades. You do lettering, artwork, and then I saw that you have an affinity for wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And then you have Dinosaur Man, which when I opened, it came out on a Wednesday. I was reading some back issues of it. Came out on a Wednesday from Alterna, and I was really pleasantly surprised to see a short Dinosaur Man. So I kind of got introduced to your character.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I always loved those old Hostess Pie ads from the Silver Age. Where like Hulk has to break up a robbery and he throws some pies at the robbers, or, some of that jargon. So that's kind of like the genesis of what that ad was for. And I want to do a lot more of that kind of thing.
Awesome. So let's see. I wanted to put up your link to just your general. But tell us about what this Webtoons is.
Well, this is the dreaded Dinosaur Man webtoon. This is kind of my base of operations, my jumping on point for this character that I've been developing for the last, since about 2017, I think is when I started writing the Google Doc, kind of the master literary reference for all the stories that I'm pulling from. And I did all of that work before I even started drawing the character, because I just kind of had everything in my head. And yeah, so my idea is that everybody comes to the webtoon, they get inundated with the character. It's a great place to come in and learn about what's going on. And then when I put out physical books, it's like the movie version.
Okay.
Kind of like when we were younger, you'd have the TV show, and you're like, oh, I hope they do a movie where I put in, a lot more money and a lot more time and effort to really like pump up and make it that like cinematic quality compared to what like a TV show might be. So we're looking at the TV show here. And
Okay.
it's, it's a strange world where a lot of people, they just kind of end up here. There's no real indigenous population anybody knows of. Everybody's like just a bunch of castaways with different stories from their past. And we kind of pick up here with Dinosaur Man and Spaz, he's trying to start a new leg of his life being a hero because he's known as a monster. And he's trying to overcome that savage inclination that he has and do what's right. So this is kind of his first foray in trying to be a hero and save the princess stereotype. And that's where the story begins with him. And we're going to kind of learn about his past in little bits and segments along as the story progresses and as the other characters develop.
Is it humorous, would you say? Or
oh yeah, there's a lot of humor involved. There's some satirical moments, and I'm obviously pulling from those influences I had as a child. He-Man, Thundercats.
I was just going to say those. I was going to ask you that. I was like, I'm getting a good like He-Man / Thundercats vibe there.
Yeah. My favorite quip came from Michael Oden, and he said basically that reading this reminds him of sitting in front of Saturday morning cartoons playing with your toys. And that's exactly the vibe that I want to go for. This is something that's, largely wholesome, good content that, young boys or whoever, young kids and their adult parents can both enjoy.
That's awesome, man. I love your style. In fact, when I think that besides seeing it came out on a Wednesday ad, I was thumbing through Perfect 10, which is a really good series if you guys haven't seen it. And this is issue number 2, which Dave Brink sent to me all the way from the Netherlands because we did a little swap. So I'm reading this issue and it's awesome. I mean, everybody loves this. And then I come across this, this pinups in the back. And I saw, Eric, you did this work. I go, that looks like Patrick Nagel, like from the 90s. Did you remember him? The guy that did the Duran Duran covers and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's some high praise. Thank you.
Yeah. I kind of looked at that. I said, especially the face and the body, it looked like a lot like a Nagel. I used to collect his prints, and I don't have any more at the moment. But when I saw this, I thought, this is really so stylish, and you are very talented.
Thank you. 30 years of practice, my friend.
Yeah. Well, you're great, man. So tell us about, I think you do wrestling prints too. Is that correct?
Yeah. I have a huge fan base in the wrestling community. What I've been doing for a number of years is taking classic, iconic comic book covers and throwing wrestlers into it. And it really caught fire. The first one was the Bret Hart Spider-Man 129 homage. And so what I've just tried to do is take my love of wrestling and find what's appropriate, if it's a classic comic book cover or scenario, and either cover a wrestler or a particular match. Because in wrestling fandom, there's matches that people just love on and just watch over and over again for numbers of years. And so sometimes I'll capture that. Sometimes I'll try to capture just the individual personality, like with the DDP cover there, where it's a Diamond Dallas Page instead of the Taskmaster. Because Page has been definitely a taskmaster in some of his exploits, and so it's things like that I try to hone in on. And I guess I struck a chord because it's been very popular. The fandom has treated me very well, so I just keep doing it. I was just at a wrestling show in Indianapolis called Squared Circle Expo, and it was great. It was off the chain, not just in terms of sales, but one-on-ones with the wrestlers, talking about what they would like to see me do with their character. Wow. Because that's what wrestler is wrestling is like live action comic books. They develop their characters, they have storylines, and it's a one for one. So that's why this works out so well, in fact, that I actually have my own copycats now.
Wow.
And, people who are stealing my gimmick, as I like to say. So I figure everybody's got to have their NWO sting. I mean,
so are you? Go ahead, Anthony.
Is this on a website or is this a JPEG image that you have with all like this collage of covers?
This is my website right now, the portfolio portion of my website.
I want to use this to play a game, like guess the homage cover.
Oh yeah, oh,
yeah.
I might do that on Toke Time later.
The hardest one is that Heartbreak Kid, which is right there, third row on the left. That's homaging WrestleMania 10.
Third row on the left.
Yeah.
Here, right here.
Yeah.
This is the hardest one for people to guess because it's pretty obscure Marvel.
Is it like a Rawhide Kid cover?
Oh my gosh, Don! Right off the bat, man.
Because of the logo. I mean, one thing I was gonna say, Eric, is your faithfulness to the duplicating the logos is very impressive.
I put a lot of time into doing logo stuff. That's one of the things I really like doing, especially for CG people, is doing logos for them. And I really get into it. It's a lot of fun trying to dissect those original hand-drawn logos and then using fonts and Illustrator and manipulation to try to match that style.
This is great. I mean,
that's cool.
I have a lot of these books. Yeah, I have a lot of these.
The Kilted Avenger while you're talking about all this stuff.
Oh, is that you got Rowdy Piper in here? The Kilted Avenger?
That's the comic book. It's not. I don't have that on my website.
Okay.
I should, but I don't.
This is
I
awesome.
haven't updated this in a while. But yeah, this work led me to the gig of doing the Roddy Piper comic. It originally started out with Pro Wrestling Tees. They approached me about doing a comic that was supposed to be a Being the Elite book, but the contract negotiations fell through with them. And so he was, well, would you like to do something for Roddy Piper? Because he was working close with Kitty Toombs. I said, sure, great, let's do it. I brought in my buddy Dominic Riggio of Mess Bucket Comics because I thought he was the perfect person to write this and publish it because he is an encyclopedia of wrestling. And it's worked out great. We're working on the British Bulldog book right now, which is going to be a follow-up to the Roddy Piper book, and kind of this shared universe scenario where these 3 or 4 different wrestlers come together to stop the apocalypse type scenario.
So cool, man. Is this a crowdfunder or are you going to be in stores or?
It'll be a crowdfunder. We're hopefully launching it in the next 3 or 4 months. I'm trying to get at least 30-40% done with the book before we launch, because my big mistake with Roddy Piper, this was in the beginnings of CG. I was trying to market the book in Twitter and on the YouTube channels, and it was very hard to get any exposure, to get on any shows back then because there wasn't very much shows, and so we had a hard time funding, and I had maybe 10 pages of the book drawn by the time it was done, so we didn't fund completely. And then I was locked into this contract. So I spent the next 2 years basically drawing this 52-page book. And it took me that long because I still had to earn an income and pay the bills. So I was still doing like 3 or 4 conventions a month all year long. And it left me very little time. It was COVID was a godsend for this book because I had no conventions to go to. So I actually finished it in 2 months.
Right.
We ended up only being 6 months late from our deadline, which I'm actually kind of proud of because it was such a huge workload.
Yeah. Well, Eric, that's so cool, man. It's good to kind of get a overview of your talent. Are you available for freelance work? I mean, people need a letter or?
Yeah, absolutely. I take those opportunities as they come. And if I'm too busy, I will tell you right up front, yep, I'm too busy right now, but I can be available here. I try to keep my stuff scheduled. But I want more than one project at a time because I guess I have some form of ADHD where it just keeps it interesting if I can bounce between 2 or 3 different things that I'm doing.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time. I do want to draw back to CROMNIVERSE after we talk to Anthony because that's, Pops. And you guys are all involved in CROMNIVERSE, which is great that we could all have you on here. But I wanted to give Anthony some Darkgift Comics love. I know he's got a sign up.
That guy's involved in CROMNIVERSE too, Doc Blaylock.
Yeah. Oh, Doc Blaylock. Wow, that's cool. Well, Anthony, tell us about what you got going on in your neck of the woods.
Got a lot going on. Probably too much that I should have taken on, but that's usually how I do. makes it interesting. Yeah, we got the sign up for Doc Blaylock's Pariah Blood and Mud. We just recently talked about pushing that back to a summertime launch because Doc is actually doing a lot of side work for some other people, and he wants to have the book done. So we're pushing that up. So the mailing list I think is only good to the end of May, and then we'll probably put another one up again because they Indiegogo only lets you do 6 months at a clip. And then we'll probably put another one up to carry over to the actual launch date. But yeah, I mean, this is a great book. I love Doc's idea. It's I Spit on Your Grave with Witches, which is awesome. If you've never seen that movie, it's Past Master Day, I keep saying I sound like Dale Keown. Do I really sound like Dale Keown?
No, you're supposed to say, no, Dale Keown sounds like me.
Nah, Dale Keown's too good for me to even pull that.
Somebody else.
Dale Keown's too good for me to say that. But yeah, it's a total revenge story, Pariah Blood and Mud, and yeah, it's dark. So if you like dark stuff and like like pretty gruesome stuff, you're gonna like Pariah Blood and Mud. But awesome. Lightbringer is we're probably gonna close Lightbringer out totally within the next like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Because Vic is done with all the pencils and inks and is scanning them. And he's sending them over to me to get lettered, and then we're going to print. So we were supposed to be fulfilling this month, but it looks like we're going to be fulfilling the beginning of May with how it's panning out. But yeah, this is gonna shut down within the next 2 weeks when I put the files in for the printing. So if you haven't got on Lightbringer, you definitely want to jump on it now.
Yeah, I backed that one, and also Hunting Alice. Now, Hunting Alice is
late,
close to fulfillment. Yeah. It's late. Okay.
Yeah.
So any update on that you want to tell us about, or?
We did a little bit of a rewrite, which was not. That's a whole other story. But so we've got 22 of the 48 pages done, and the other 26 pages are laid out and or penciled. They just have to be inked and lettered. So
it happens.
That might if I push my nose to the grind and burn the candle at both ends, I probably can get that out the door by the end of May. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah. So
Anthony, I just noticed on your campaign for Lightbringer, it says these are 4 out of the 20 completed pages. I just thought that was appropriate to read that today.
And it's funny because the book is complete, so that should read differently. So it is kind of ironic that it does say 4 out of 20.
That's so funny. So tell us, you are working on Pariah. I'm going to play the trailer for Pariah at the end of the show because you graciously are giving away a copy of Lightbringer digital when it's ready.
Yes.
So pay attention, guys, because we're going to have some fun quiz questions, but you'll be able to win Lightbringer at the end of the show. And is Lightbringer, would you say, kind of for all ages or more mature?
I would say, teen, teenager and up. It wouldn't be for kids because there is some it's not that bad. It's just like the content is a little heavy in certain points.
Okay.
Not like Pariah is definitely like an adult book. Like there's going to be some really, really graphic stuff in that one. But this is more just like heavy content. Maybe the language isn't that heavy, but it'll get it'll have some certain moments. Probably like PG-13 and over.
Wow, the covers were so cheap on this that you guys were selling the original artwork for. Looks like you sold.
I think we sold both, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you did. Nice. One of your originals.
Yes, yeah, I did the variant cover. It was like the only thing I did creatively on the project. Otherwise, it was written by Iron Liz Scochill, and Vic King did all the interiors and the trading cards and all that stuff. So,
yeah, I saw you guys on Rakita. Or at least, was it just Liz, or were you and Liz both on Rakita a few months ago?
It was just Liz. I was in the chat dropping the link. Rakita graciously gave me a wrench for the night. So
that's so cool.
Yeah. And so I was in there giving her support. Yeah, her and Rakita go back to the Vic Mignogna days. They know each other from then, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice, right? So, Anthony, you want to promote anything else? I know you have a channel and you're streaming a lot.
If you want to keep up with everything going on that I'm doing, the YouTube channel and the website, darkgiftcomics.com, is the best way to do it. So make sure you subscribe to Darkgift Comics Presents and go to the website. And if you're your first time visiting the website, a little prompt will come up for you to join the newsletter. So you'll want to sign up for the newsletter.
And I have to draw attention to your awesome blacklight tapestries.
Oh yeah,
that's a great idea, man. I love that.
Every campaign that I'm involved with gets one. Yeah.
BEARDZZERKER would look awesome on a blacklight tapestry. I might have to find out your secret, but those are super cool. I know you have one for you're doing one for CROMNIVERSE too, right?
Yeah, that one's behind me right now. Well, you're not gonna be able to see it in the blacklight because it's sunny in here, but that's it right there on the wall.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
So we got the proof in, and it came. It was a one-time shot. I mean, that image was perfect for it. There were like with Lightbringer, we went through a lot of recolors to make sure everything popped the right way. So we did a lot of. There was a lot of proofs. Like I've got one of the other ones laying on the floor over here because what you call it. That one was just like instant. I put it in, got the proof, done. I didn't have to do any. It was like perfect, just like the Hunting Alice ones. The Hunting Alice ones, they were a fluke. They were what inspired me to do the tapestries in the first place. The covers for the Hunting Alice. So I put those in, got the proofs, and those were gorgeous from day one. So I never had to do anything with Lightbringer. We really wanted it to make sure, because we were using lighter tone colors. Well, Vic was for his cover, so I wanted my colors to match his. So with the lighter tone colors, sometimes they blur. On the blacklight, so we had to do a couple of recolors.
All right. Well, it looks like you're getting that down to a fine art, my friend. You're the only one I think I know that's doing that, which I think,
as far as I know, I'm the tapestry guy. Yeah.
Nice. We should call you Carol King from now on, or something. That's it. That's an old timers joke. If you even know who Carol King is.
I got the reference. Yep.
All right. So guys, let's turn it over to our man. You're also in Michigan. Pops, have you ever met Eric before? And cons?
Yes, I have. I like to go walk the local cons. I get press passes from Mark at Grand Rapids Comic Con. I get press passes down at Hall of Heroes Comic Con. And I happened to actually get to meet Eric last year at Grand Rapids, and it was most excellent. But I had already known, we had already talked, obviously, online in streams and stuff, lots of times before that. That was just finally face to face. What's up? Good times. That's all we're trying to do is have fun.
Was his mohawk in bloom that day? Did he have like full Hodson faux hawk?
I think in the morning it was looking good, but by the time we got around to the afternoon interview, it was kind of wilted a little, but it was all Eric. It was all Eric. He's cool.
I love it. So CROMNIVERSE, we're how many more days? 35 days left.
Yeah.
And this is the tier I back because I couldn't resist the crocheted Crom.
Yeah,
those are sold out.
Those are gone. You can't get no more of those.
Now I never asked you what the stuffing is on this. I'm hoping it's not weed, is it?
No.
It's funny. I don't think we asked Daphne what she uses. Oh, Cindy. I'm sorry. I don't think we asked Cindy what she uses.
I'm quite sure it's not burnable, my friend.
It's probably a good thing to know, though. If we're shipping these out, we don't want to get any federal charges pressed against us.
I don't send these down like
It's
that.
all safe, legal oregano, right?
It may just be like a couple of little like balls of yarn in there or something. I don't know.
Oh, these are cool. Tell us about the kicks here, Pops, your shoes.
Well, Nick is a friend of my nephew Pete, and you know they've known each other online for a long time. And Nick has a clothing line, new Genesis designs and all that. But I caught him one day I saw the Joker shoes that he painted, and I was like, "Oh, those are awesome!" And I was like, "Man, you know, I wonder if I could get him to do those for some Crom shoes for my campaign." And he did these ones for Mike Barron, these Punisher shoes.
Okay.
And Mike unboxed them last week and showed everybody and tried them on and everything. And these are made to be worn. You can bend, twist, and everything to these shoes. They do not. This paint does not crack. I mean, they're made to be worn. They got clear coat over the top of them. He's been doing the shoes live with us during our stream so people can see the process being done. If you pop in on one of our streams over the next couple of weeks, you'll see Dan Monroe painting the actual fourth cover, and you will see Nick painting shoes.
I was trying to scroll down to the shoes. What's the price point on the shoes?
The shoes are cheap. I mean,
they're not cheap. Yeah. We got to pay for the shoes.
So put hours into these.
Oh, there they are. $350.
So
right there. Okay.
You're getting a pair of nice, top of the line Nikes, and then dude's painting them custom for you.
I got it.
Well, there's a choice. There's a choice between Nikes and Vans, but I think they're both high tops. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you get a copy of the book. Yeah.
Like the ones he's doing for me, all of them will be one of a kind. That's the other thing. They're not going to none of the 12 pairs are going to be the same.
Yeah, he's not using stencils or anything like that.
He uses stencils, but he makes individual ones for each set of shoes, and he's not going to reuse the art on any of the other shoes, is kind of what he said.
Right.
So they're all going to be unique pairs. But these ones are going to be Crom shoes. Now he's open to doing this for your IP too, Don. He'd make you some ex-con shoes. I think he'd look sweet at a con in a pair of ex-con shoes. But that's just me.
See, I would want Converse though. I'd have to spend the extra money for the Converse All Stars.
He does have other brands of shoes, but he's trying to keep it simple for the campaign. We're going to offer this and this.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can get with him on your own and have your own IP done, and he will make you a sweet ass pair of shoes. I'm just saying. But if you want Crom shoes, you got to get them from us.
Got it.
Yep.
Well, right directly next to the Crom shoes is some of Erik's artwork. Is this for the new book, or is this previous artwork?
CROMNIVERSE art.
No, this is those are actual CROMNIVERSE pages.
Oh, those are beautiful, Erik. You want to tell us? Are you writing and drawing this story, Erik?
Yeah, absolutely. And I have a really awesome colorist that I brought on for this project. And he's also going to be coloring the full book that I'll be doing later on, hopefully this year. And so basically this story is kind of outside the current timeline a little bit. Dinosaur Man, Telexus, and Spaz, they travel around in this little bike called the Jack Wagon. And they have various adventures. That's kind of like an upcoming timeline. So this is kind of a sample of that. And they come across this weird shipwreck that looks suspect, or sus, as my daughter would say.
Sus, yeah.
And he finds this gemstone, and he gets irradiated with Kirby Crackle and disappears right in front of Telexus and Spaz. And so they're just aghast at what happened. And so the rest of the story involves the Crom of this universe and this malevolent entity that's inside this crystal. And so someone has to fight against a demon from another realm, and this demon happens to come from Russ Leach's Only Death Can Save Us. Very thankful he loaned me that character. And so the two of them have a tumble, and the story progresses through about 12 pages.
That's amazing. So Erik, is this totally digital artwork, or you do kind of a combo of?
No, this is all digital.
Wow. You're good. What program do you use?
That's all Clip Studio.
Clip Studio.
Nice.
Like for you, go ahead, Anthony.
I was gonna say, and I gotta say because you sent me samples of these 3 photos before you had the new colorist.
Mm-hmm.
You had different colors on it, and like,
oh, those were just the flats. Those were the flats.
Yeah, and then it was nice. It was night and day once you got me these finished ones. Yeah, it was.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My colorist is at Big Boy Robo. He's new to CG, and this is his first CG project. Basically, he had done a Cyber Frog that Ethan brought up on one of his streams, and a bunch of us all went and friended him, and so he just started popping up on my timeline. I started seeing some more of this guy's work, and I was in a time crunch because I knew I couldn't do the colors that I wanted for this, like I did on the cover for all of this story with all the other work that I got to do. And I was like, you know what? I got a budget. I'll throw it to him. He accepted it, and we did it. And I just love his work on this.
And it's cool that you have Eric on today too, Don, because he's got the main cover for Crom. His is cover A.
He's got the
I reached out to Eric, and he was so gracious to come on short notice, and he's awesome. I just really, more and more every time I see his work, I really like this guy. That's great work.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to back this, if you haven't backed CROMNIVERSE, it could use some love, and I think it's well worth it. It's got how many pages, Pops? Like 80?
It's 90 plus. We're
Wow.
you know, I know Hex went over
for an extra page here and there, so I'm thinking it's going to be close to 100 by the time we're done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I know Hex added a page or two. I know I think Doc's is going over a page or two, and everybody's doing anything from 4 to like Eric 12 pages. So and you got 13 stories, so you could kind of see how that's gonna pan out if it goes over. Yeah, so and I love all the covers, but I got to tell you, the metalhead in me loves cover C. I love your cover, Eric. No offense, but I'm a metalhead at heart, and cover C is the Eddie Iron Maiden homage. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That guy right
That's
there.
cool.
I gotta throw the props out to Edwin, because without Edwin, there is no Crom. He is the one that won the logo contest that had the little green troll in it for the comic related madness.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, without him, none of this he was the first person I went to when I finally let them talk me into doing this. And I said, I want you to, he's like one of the few people I went to and asked them, come be part of this. You know, it was like, I wouldn't have felt right without him and Manny being part of it, because they've drawn Crom more than anybody, you know, so they've been around the madness for a long time. And, you know, Crom came to life on Edwin's tablet. So there you have it. He had to be part of this for me to feel right doing it. You know?
Yeah, and he's drawing a story in it too. I think he's
coloring Chris Gauss. That one.
Chris Gauss.
He's drawing and coloring Chris Gauss. But
Anthony, you have work in here?
I do, but I don't have my stuff up yet because it's not finished.
Because you know.
And so
I'm a little busy.
Anthony, is this on your campaign page as well?
Yeah, we just got that switched over. Originally it was on one of the other creators involved, Ryan. But he wound up getting sick, and his job switched his hours, and so it was just one of those things where I came in and took over. And I didn't know you could do this, but apparently if you reach out to Indiegogo, you could switch campaigns mid-campaign between accounts. So yeah.
So that's three more books. You got Doc Blaylock, Allison McGlone, and Daniel Monroe got stories in this. That's their art from each of a page from each of their stories. I love all the different takes on Crom, Don. That's what, man, I just love all the different art styles and the different takes on Crom. He's a kaiju. He's floating around in outer space in a long box. He's all over the place. I love this. You know, that's Ryan's story right there. And then
this gargoyle looking take is pretty cool.
Freaking Fleming, Don.
Oh yeah, Glenn. I love Glenn.
Okay,
he's awesome.
You know, I mean,
he's good.
Hatch has never interacted with any other character ever.
Yeah, it's a first Hatch crossover. Yeah.
You know, it's like, and Glenn wanted to be part of this. That right
Jim
there.
O'Reilly,
somebody,
Did you sell it?
Is somebody already got that? These are going away.
Oh,
They're going
artwork
away.
is so good. I have some of his
See,
work.
now I know somebody that got this. Whoever got this, you know damn well they really want this to fund, yo.
Yeah.
They really want this to fund, yo. So, by all means,
And we're reaching out to
While
some of the
I'm
other
doing
creators to get some more original artwork put up on the campaign.
Hey, Bill Mouse.
You know this guy too.
Yeah,
You know this guy
Beardzerker.
too.
Bill Mouse, that looks like you. Conan,
Yeah,
Conan Danzant.
He did this for me after we promoted the Nira X Reborn campaign. And
Yeah.
when I asked him, I was like, hey, man, can we use that for the interior cover? Because we could put like the table of contents around it, right?
Yeah.
Now, he gave this to me as a gift, and I don't feel right putting it up on the campaign as something to sell. But if he's okay with it, that could end up on the
Don't
campaign.
sell that. That's a picture of you. Don't sell that.
Is Daphne Lage's trading card. This will be one of the first stretch goals. It's a set of trading cards. Vic King, Doc Blaylock, and Daphne Lage. We get to that stretch goal, all this art will go up on the campaign as well. You know, so I mean, we just you know, you got to get there before you start offering all the other cool stuff. But ask Anthony. I'm always throwing ideas at him. I got ideas. We got plans. We just got to get there, man. You know.
Awesome.
Yeah, we want to do rolling papers, roach clips, a whole bunch of stuff. And we got, I don't know if you told anybody, you didn't tell anybody, right? But we do have an intro by one of the biggest names in comics, a forward introduction.
Really?
Introduction.
Yeah.
Can you say who it is yet, or?
I don't know if Pops wants to.
Okay.
I would love to. I would love to say who it is, but
we can announce it right here on Don's show.
You can drop us some.
You want an exclusive? You want an exclusive there, Don? We got Mike Barron writing the forward. Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool. For this book.
I love Mike.
He's one of the first people in comics that he is the first person to say, "Hey, yo, Pops, here's my number. Call me."
That's sweet.
I just put it like that. You know, he was the first person that got personal with me as opposed to through the net. You know what I mean? And that was I was honored. That made a huge difference in mine and his friendship.
That's
I love
sweet.
That. So
hey guys, we're getting close to the quiz time, and I also want to make some time at the end of the show to unbox CRYPTIDNALS. But I'm going to go ahead and do the Quacky Quiz now. Does that sound good?
Sounds good. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I got to play the little Quacky Quiz duck intro, and then we'll start asking some questions. So here we go. All righty. So now
he said, "That's a picture of you, Pops. You can't do that, but it's also."
No, I know. It's got Crom in the sword.
Oh, it's got Crom on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's Quacky Quiz time. So here's how it works. I'm going to ask a series of questions while we play the trailer. There goes my mouse. I'm okay. All right. So I'm going to play Anthony's the Pariah trailer, and then there's going to be a little flashing quiz question. So the first person to answer the quiz correctly in the chat will get a copy of Lightbringer Digital. All right. And so if you can't get it, I guess we'll just have to hold it over for another quiz time. So here we go, guys. I'm going to load up Pariah.
From Christopher Doc Blaylock comes a tale of supernatural revenge. After witnessing a brutal murder by a Russian mob boss, Elizabeth Payne is hunted down, beaten, assaulted, and left for dead. What they didn't know is that Elizabeth is descended from a centuries-old lineage of powerful witches. And she's back now. She does not want justice. Revenge is not enough. It's blood she's after, and there's no depth to which she won't sink, no price she will not pay to get it.
Revenge. The sweetest morsel to the mouth that ever was cooked in hell.
From Throwback Studios. Published by Darkgift Comics. Pariah. Blood and Mud. Sign up today. Only on Indiegogo.
I recognize that voice. Hey, Anthony. So I think we got a winner. We had some interesting guesses.
Duck.
Someone said duck. And we had, let's see. Someone thought,
Apex said me, yeah.
Yeah, that's not correct, unfortunately. I don't know who Carter Granholm was, but
that's the original name of the character. His name in this one is Carter Graham, but right. In the original, he was Carter Granholm. Yeah.
All right. Well, actually, yeah, boy, second time's a charm. Is that correct?
That is correct. That is correct. Otherwise known as Linkara. Yeah. He was the original creator. He caught some flack for his original webcomic and then got frustrated and put it out in public domain. So
awesome.
Yeah. Anybody, there's other people doing Lightbringer stories too. Yeah.
So your boy Hojo, I don't know if you know him, but your boy, if you want to give me your email address, you can either send me a message on Twitter or you can email me at parodypresscomics@gmail.com, and then I will give your information to Anthony.
Don, there was one quick thing that we wanted to cover and didn't. We have a 420 special.
Oh, you do? Okay.
We have a 420 special. I sent you a picture in your Twitter.
I have it pulled up. I was going to say the same thing. Me and Doc were me and Pops were too high to even remember our own 420 special.
You want to share it?
Yeah, I'm sharing it right now.
Anybody who backs us up to today and through midnight tonight will get this print by Lee Reese, a 6.9 of Crom. You know, just hitting his butt, doing what he does. You're mischievous. Okay, so
So basically. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Up until midnight tonight, you'll get one of these in your backer kit, basically.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that goes for everybody who's backed up until now. Yeah. So, so if you've already backed, you're going to get it. Yeah, but somebody has to back today. At least one backer today. If we get one backer today until midnight, everybody will get this. A physical tier, everybody will get this print.
For free. Now, if you still want it later on, we'll add it as an add-on for $1 or $2 or something. It ain't gonna.
Nice job. You know. Well, looks like your boy Hojo.
People with this beautiful piece of art, you know.
Yeah.
Congratulations. All right, so let's get over to the next quiz, but thank you for reminding us about that. I'm excited to get an extra goodie. All right, so let's do the next quiz, guys. And Pops and Anthony and Eric, you're all welcome to participate if it's not your book. So if you think you know the answer, you can also put it in the quiz. So originally we were going to have a third guest on our show named Aaron Jordan, who does Wulfsbane. And unfortunately, Wulfsbane, Aaron got called into work last minute, so he had to cancel. And unfortunately, he couldn't make it. But he said, "I will still give away a digital copy of our first issue, which is like 60 pages, for Wulfsbane #1, which I think he's fulfilling." So I'm going to play his trailer and ask a question. And if you want to participate, just be the first one to write it in the chat comment, and if you win, you'll get a free copy of Wulfsbane. So I'm going to go ahead and load up the good old trailer right now. So enjoy. All right. Pops, you continue to amaze me. And then
Come on,
again,
that's my
I was gonna
favorite
say
werewolf.
that.
I knew
I
that.
second guessed myself about with Howling. Damn it! I was gonna
know.
put London. Ah, shit.
Oh, come on, that's my favorite werewolf.
Man, that was a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but Wolf. Congratulations, Pops. You are the winner. That is correct. It is American Werewolf in London. Funny fact is that movie has David Naughton in it, who was also the Dr. Pepper spokesman back in the 80s. So if you want to see him turn into a werewolf, that's the movie. Who was the special effects guy back in the day that did the really cool? Was it Stan Winston? Maybe that might have done American Werewolf in London. One of those guys.
I think it was Winston. Yeah.
All right, guys. So that was Pops. I will get you in touch with Aaron. Have you had Aaron on your show?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know.
Yeah. Okay.
No problem.
You know. All right. We'll hook you guys up. All right. So our third prize today will be a full set of
Good
splinters
stuff.
of
I'm just
X-FARCE.
saying,
Yes.
that is good stuff right there.
This is from our friends Mo and Joe from abominablegrizzly.com. And you're going to get both issues, Alpha and Omega of Splinters of Isidro, and a few trading cards as well. This is a really fun book. It's intended for mature readers, but if you like babes and bears with lots of violence, this is the trick for you. So this is going to be the prize to the person who
I've read the first three. I really like them. They're amazing, you guys. $5
Good
a
people.
book. And go to abogrizzly.com and get you some good comic right there.
That's right. All right, guys. So let's play the trailer for Splinters.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
All righty.
Now, see, I can answer that, but I already won. I'm trying to be nice up over
Oh,
here.
you're trying to be nice? Well, I never talked to Joe about what to do if we don't have a winner or if just participation counts.
Anthony's going to win. Look, he's reading the website. Where's it at? Where's it at?
I'm trying. I can't find the website. I think I got it.
Abo Grizzly. We'll give you guys a little bit more time. We want to give
Yeah,
Abo
Rex,
some
what's up with
some
the
love.
duck today, man? Quack.
Yeah,
quack.
Rex is into ducks today.
I found abominablegrizzly.com.
Yeah, that's it.
The place. Go there.
That's it.
I think
So
Devil
he-
Flyer is having an auto correct problem. He doesn't mean to say duck.
Oh, gosh.
He's
This
trying
is a
to be
family
nice.
show,
It's
Eric.
Don's show.
Oh,
He's being
anyways.
nice. It's Don's show.
I got it. Can I just say it, or do I have to type
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, you can say it.
Autonomous Bear Operative.
Oh, good job, buddy.
It is.
That is correct. So
Abo.
you're gonna get the full Monty from Abo. I'll hook him up with your your info, Anthony.
No, they're awesome. You got to have them on your show too, Ant. They're cool, man. Real cool.
So
yeah, absolutely, anytime.
Congratulations. Thanks for trying, Apex. It's not Alpha, Beta, Omega. Anyways, all right. So let's see. Now, Eric will be our next drawing, and he supplied me with the question. I don't have a trailer for Eric, but let's see if you guys were paying attention to when he was talking earlier today. So this is the quiz question. You can. Where else could they find this, Eric, if they don't know it off the top of their head?
If you read through the last webtoon, it's mentioned, and also I think episode 3 or 4, I do those little file cards like the old G.I. Joe. There's a whole file card for it.
Okay, so let's see if any of you guys know what it might be, the name of that bike that Dinosaur Man rides around on. We'll give it a little bit more time on here. Eric, are you collecting Dinosaur Man like in a comic book series, or is that your plan?
Like I mentioned earlier, the webtoon is kind of like a TV show, and then it builds up to doing a print book, which is going to be like the movie. So that's what I'm doing right now with the webtoon, is I've got the story trailing to a point where the print book that I do later on and put out later on, hopefully this year, will be like the big epic movie, and then that'll start a new story arc on the webtoon, which will build to another print book.
Okay.
See, he's making it so that if you like the comic, you'll go back and read the webtoon, right? Yep. If you like the webtoon, you're going to want to get that movie in the middle before it goes back to season 2, right?
Absolutely.
Dude, I love people that are thinking about where they're going.
You gotta think long term with your projects. I feel bad for people who just they want to put a book out and make some money. That's not the way to go about this. I mean, you're creating an intellectual property. You want it to have longevity. You also want to be able to pivot. So if like your project sucks and it's not making any money, maybe you need a different project. I get so frustrated with people who blame the fans, blame the audience for them not doing it. Maybe your project just sucks. So have longevity. Have longevity.
Look at this guy. Anthony was slyly looking it up on his phone. Good job, buddy.
Does it count that I had it in my notes somewhere?
You say it earlier during the show.
That's hilarious. Congratulations, Anthony. So is it a drawing of his choice or?
Well, I was inspired by somebody who posted on your Twitter post with a little weeb gif of anime girls smacking each other. So it's got to be weeb.
Whatever you want to do,
anime character.
You go for it. Because I'm not a diehard anime fan. I do like watching them. So you pick. You go for it.
Alrighty.
People have just started introducing me to anime, so I'm like just starting to get into it. So you pick, and then I'll look up the characters and research them. Yeah.
All right, cool,
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I got I hear a storm brewing, so we got lots of rain and wind happening. So I'm going to try to wrap this up, but please visit everybody's websites that are in the description. Darkgift, Pops, Eric, support these guys. They're top class guys, and I really want to thank you guys for coming on the show today.
No, absolutely. Thanks for having me. I got to jump off anyway because my stream is supposed to be starting right now anyway. So I'm going to go jump over there. Thank you very much. I'm going to touch base with all the Crom guys tomorrow when I'm off, and we're going to figure out where everything's at, and I will talk to everybody later.
All right. Thanks, guys. I'm still going to open up CRYPTIDNALS, so don't leave, but I'm going to probably just usher you guys out. So, Pops, take care. Peace out, buddy.
Enjoy the unboxing. I love doing unboxings too. You know that. That's part of the
program. I know. All right.
I hope you are mucho impressed with what the boys sent you. I will talk to you later, my friend. Thanks for having us.
Pops. Take care. Eric, again, thank you for coming online, and I really thank you for your time, and your stuff is great.
Thank you very much, Tom. I really appreciate you having me on. And if everybody who's in the chat could go and follow me on Twitter, I have to defeat the Quaff. First one to 1,300 followers has to draw the other person's character. And I'm well in the lead, but I want to make sure and close up that victory. So make sure you're following me on Twitter.
What's your Twitter handle?
It's @DreadedDinosaur.
Okay, that's easy. All right, bud. Thanks so much, Eric. Take care. God bless you.
Yep.
See ya.
God bless you, man.
All right, guys. So I'll try to make this quick while we still have power here in California. This is from 656 Studios. They're kind of based in Texas and Mexico. And this is a campaign that was, oh, wow. I got original artwork, and that's front and center. Kind of a cool winged Cthulhu. I don't know who the artist was on this, but that is so cool. That's the first thing that I see. And there's a wrapped little bubble pack here, which I think might be like Polaroids. I think they did some really cool Polaroid incentive. So Cryptidnals is kind of like a horror anthology book. It's got a lot of cool supernatural characters in it. So this is the thing that was in the foil. And I think it says it's Monster Moments. So it comes in a really nice little slip case. And I think what are in here are actual Polaroids that they, oh wow, this is sweet. Kind of gives you that old 70s kind of movie vibe. So these are actual Polaroids that the team shot of artwork, and they signed the Polaroids. So yeah, I think there's a set of 4. I don't know if they're all different or not. Maybe they are. I'm not sure. But they've got this, you know, genuine Polaroid backing and stuff. Actually, there's a set of 6 that they were kind of sticking to each other. So these are all the Cryptidnals characters, at least some of them. So Oliver, cool, man. This is awesome. And so the comics, just a plethora of books. So the main book is like square bound and very thick. I think it's a black and white book, at least the main Cryptidnals. So besides this beautiful sketch, which I had upside down there, definitely get a frame for that. And then this is the Mothman cover, which, you know, I can't remember who the artist is on this, but it's amazing. This is just one of the best images I've seen in a long time. Super nice packaging, super professional. You know, it's got all the great graphic design elements in it. So cryptid is a creature whose existence has been suggested but is not recognized by scientific consensus. So kind of like the mythical creatures of lore. So yeah, this is awesome, guys. This looks like a lot of fun. I'm still reading Escape or Die, which is their Mexican zombie book, which has been really good. It's a little different than this, but can't wait to read this. This has got a lot of content in it. And let's see what other bonus stuff they threw in. There's something that looks like it's called Man Dog. How can you not resist wanting to read that? Man Dog Unleashed. So looks like kind of a Western kick with a canine cowboy. That's cool. I like that. This is a black and white book. Yeah, looks like it just came out this year. It's got color in it. So that comes with it. Cool. Nice Cryptidnals print. Double-sided. And let's see what else we got here. This is the 3rd package. I think this is still in demand, guys. So if you still want to get it, you can go on Indiegogo and pick it up. So you've got a Monster Moments. Maybe these are some of the. Oh, okay. So this kind of gives the history on the different Polaroids that they sent me. You've got like Smile Dog. This is Very nice, guys. Packaging in this is super professional. I got a man dog print. And then I think this is one of their upcoming characters that they're doing. It's like it's kind of a superhero, female superhero book. And then there's the CRYPTIDNALS Apocryphal, which I think might be kind of behind the scenes, like sketches and stuff. So, guys, if you want to check this out, definitely go to Indiegogo and check out Kid Cthulhu and the gang from CRYPTIDNALS. Oliver, thank you for fulfilling. The rest of the guys, please tell them I said hi. I think I'm going to call it I'm sorry. He said no in demand, but we will launch a second chance after they fulfill. All right. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to go back up and make sure we got all of our generators ready to go, because I think it's going to storm pretty bad here in Northern California. But hope you guys have a great day. I don't think I'll be on next week. I think I might take a little break because we did the Parody Press auction, but I will be back on the first Wednesday in May with our Wednesday promotion show. So if you're a creator out there and you want to come on, you'll have 4 minutes to pitch your talent, your channel, or whatever. And it's an open mic format. So be on the lookout with my Twitter, and you'll see when I'm going to have that open. Anyways, we will see you guys soon. God bless. Thank you so much. And I'll play out a little, let's see, something fun to leave the show with. Yeah, a little, if you guys never got tired of Chris Rock and Will Smith, this one's pretty funny.
Uh-oh, Richard! Good.